RDC, l'Afrique et le reste du monde. Seule adresse www.congosynthèse.com.
Live www.congosynthèse.com, www.toleka.net, congovoice.com. Mbote Nabiso, Mbote Sika Bozali, Mbote Banayamboka. Hello to everyone around the world, mostly in South Africa, where we're gonna have the privilege to receiving one of the best guests today, who has given freedom to one of ours. So I just let it for later on. A surprise for the people. Bandeko bana ya mboka bana ya Congo mbote tozongi lisusu na masolo ya mboka na 1 heure pour 1 heure avec JG Kabolimbisa parce que moi Mali les alliés contrairement na été dans la ranango nous déjà pendant malamu mingi te tango to lobaka ta moi café botine de la biso chauffer biso mbele to yoki tozali lelo en direct na Etienne Taratibu Kabila pour na masolo na biso ya mboka ndenge tombesana mais na pembeni na ye tozali pe na invité oyo apesa ki ye moi liberté oyo azalaki nango abundeli vraiment we thank you a lot Mrs. we're gonna know the name very we thank you a lot for giving Etienne the freedom yango bandeko tolobi boye avant tokende nanu tozalaki na masolo elekaki mikolo elekaki mboka eningenaki tozalingaki tozala na Etienne lisusu na jeudi ou bien vendredi mais pour des raisons d'ordre technique et puis de sécurité na bande yemo peut-être à mentionner yango moyen de ça l'émission ezalaki te alors tokenda no mbangu epa Etienne na 1 minute parce que ba teli biso ba chrono awa soki Etienne ako pesa biso mbote et puis to kapé guest na biso oyo azali wana apesa biso mbote Etienne mboka wayo olobi boni na bana ya mboka ya Congo
ya na pesi bino mbote na pesi pe bana nyonso ya Congo synthèse mbote bana mboka nyonso na pesi bango mbote na sepeli po nzambe azo continue kobatela biso santé za malamu na oyo avali pembe na ngai nde avocat na nga akosepela te moko kombo na ye posha batlani batlani nga na kesi na nga ine kubima na kumi limu.
Okay. If you can just have even a few seconds to have the opportunity to get your introduction, if you can introduce yourself to our people, so you can have your name because it's a quite hard name. I can understand that. Can you introduce yourself to our people, please?
Thank you. Good evening.
Yes.
My name is Portia Kabila. I'm an advocate.
Portia. Yeah. Okay. So you are a solicitor. You've given Etienne the freedom. That's why he's next to you. Okay, thankfully.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna get you later on. We would like to start with Etienne first, because we would like to have a few comments about the programs we did, because we want to be quite formal with this. We did last time. So if, as people said, Bantu, as people say, we leave the good food for later on. It's okay? You appreciate that, yeah? Okay, thank you very much. Alors, Etienne, he's going to translate to you later, even after the program, because he's going to have it straight away. Etienne, mbote bana mboka baza koyoka yo, to solo la kimbaleleki, to zali na quelques minutes au solana yo avant to yamba posha, ezali ka to benge na mukuse posha, parce que comme za mulai, it's a long time, but we're going to just call posha, yeah? It's a family, we don't need this formalities, Mrs. No. In a family, we're going to stay in a family. Thank you very much. Alors, toko besoin na no Etienne na bana ya mboka depuis tokutana ki mbala sima d'abord pona nini tozanga ki obelela ki biso lobino moi nungu ka muke yokanaki na biso so kolinga kolobelango pona ba raison sécurité to rataki yo bana mboka ba sepela ki mingi te pona bazela ki yo mais sikoyo zawana okoko yebisa bango na no nini exactement.
Bon, na ko bana mboka sorry vraiment pour bazela ki to sala émission esalemaka te. C'est un problème de sécurité. Bon, médias, ils ont 4e pouvoir. Dès au vent d'Akawana, vous devez faire donc sur les médias, ils n'ont pas battu, ils dérangent toujours le pouvoir d'occupation, il y a RDC. Alors, après avoir dénoncé makamona bango ebele surtout mort ya Victor Mpoyo etushaki bango ebujaki mpe bakonzi mpe ya ANR basedemandaki ndenge nini tokokota en possession ya procès verbal ya Victor Mpoyi bango bakosakaki ya kotufaka na hôpital alors que akufaka na baloko ya ANR en pleine interview le todononce eloko wana alors Kinshasa adépêchaki lisusu un commando po baya koéliminer ngai physiquement awa alors grâce ya ba intelligent na biso oyo bazala Kinshasa bavizaki biso avant information ekomaki awa tozali bamesure ya disposition il fallait pas na bima il fallait dans la place moko ya bien pour la sécurité to aviser mpe bakonzi ya mboka oyo police aza déjà avisé yango esalaki mwa contre temps que émission esalemaki te mais tozo continuer kaka na lutte tozobanga te toza kaka.
Merci. Alors na yango émission to salaki mbaleleki ezalaki émission kitoko surtout na partie ya suka parce que to salaki yango à peu près na trois tranches oyo ezalaki ya politique actualité politique ya mboka et puis esika bozali na biso pas boye et puis to yako kota justement na masolo ya Victor Mpoyi et puis to yako kota justement na ba révélation oyo bana mboka balandaki ebele bazoko tuna pona nini opesi bango soyi na munoko ole opesa bango mai batonda. Alors, la réaction aux ndenge nini, surtout dans ma campagne de la politique en boka ba dialogue parce que tous les sous sur événement et s'est développé, auto continue à mettre aux nous avant on a nous suite il y a place de sougaki réaction pour na salami ndenge nini na mboka ici aux na République sud-africaine et puis na Libanda ndenge yoki ba réaction. On lobi bon pas bataille en mini quand même.
Oui, bataille en vraiment dans une réaction et bien, bah tu es bien dans une 50 de la livre. Tous la livre, tous les détails vraiment il y a famille, bah doit toucher les tous les makambo ya Michel au commande on va y assiter mania donc on va vraiment toucher va lobby en tout cas tous de la livre tous de l'observation tout les détails dans l'émission il y a Jean-Guy avant que livre malobité pose la livre quand la vie était au message livre en gros là de la journaliste française aya pour tout finaliser en gros et puis bon en dehors de ça ezaki na eloko mosusu ba senga baloba la réaction mosusu ezalaki contre tenir les combats binangai pour la lutte oyo ezali entre bon un combat qui est entre les pro Tshisekedi et les pro Honoré Ngwanda baloba ki boba mususu jusque même na Facebook na ba téléphone bon bazo apprécier analyse nanga sur le plan politique na Congo et puis bon c'est vrai il y a d'autres voix bazo comme à niveau jusqu'à Kofinga parce que on veut que ceux qui battent mususu au lobby kambo muke contre et les vieux Tshisekedi c'est un blasphème donc ezaki grave pour battre mususu mais toujours est-il que babi ezali positif négatif nous c'est ça babi tous les politiciens tous supporter ba choc nous moi j'ai émis mon avis dans le Dieu malgré toko renier combat oyo asalaki mpona mboka na biso mais oyo bie asali kondima dialogue na Hippolyte Kanambe c'était mauvais pas bie atapé à côté ça c'est une réalité bon toko marché bango te bon toza na barespect ebele mpona Dieu mais quand le bie atapé à côté po tolobela yango mone c'est un peu ça.
Ok sikoyo bie atapé à côté lobi to biso tozalaki na bandeko balobi quand même que tozalaki na ndeko moko azali mpe moko ya baye alors c'est vrai quelque alors pesaki opinion na yo bien ça qui choix na ye mais au lieu to bunda to kabwana papa Honoré Ngwanda côté na ye papa Tshisekedi côté na ye papa Botende oya biso à côté pe na makabu côté na ye Kingandi côté na ye il a fallu d'abord que ba congolais ba solo entre bango batala bazwa nani initiative et la bango nyonso mais na direction moko avant d'attaquer sikoyo parti on a qui dans dialogue on a pour yo analyse on les andeni
c'est le problème est clair où est l'intérêt du peuple l'intérêt du peuple dans le dialogue ba on va kenner le dialogue so il va vraiment amour à peuple il faut pas renoncer na dialogue parce que dialogue est quoi il faut quelqu'un il faut faire ça pouvoir na Kanambe après la transition à 3 ans après la candidature candidat après ces 3 ans parce que pour le mandat nanga ici la kate cela veut dire que bon bato batali ba bende bato batiki opposition baké pas Kanambe balingi ba légitimer sous Kanambe encore plusieurs années pas pessayer bon congolais ba se réunir ba lobani ba o basala ki erreur wana ba reconnaître erreur na bango bazongela la voie de la raison tozo bunda tozo de la 2016 Hippolyte accueilli. Après, tu m'as dit sur le dialogue comme ça. Parce qu'en gros, c'est le dialogue na bango pour organiser l'élection. Mais les Canadiens doivent partir parce que le mandat est aussi là. Donc, bon, sans quoi? Donc, ça sur quoi?
Ok. Ben, depuis on a évolution salami, mais évolution moko pas de moindre, il faut le dire ainsi. Ya liboso tozali na moko oyo yebi oyo mesanaki na yo vandaki na EP azalaki moko autour ya vie na yo oyo tobengi Moïse Katumbi Chapwe oyo a partagé vie na ye mingi na PPRD oyo gouverneur ya Katanga lelo Katanga yango na ekomi presque na désintégration. Moïse Chapwe a annoncé démission na ye na Katanga en tant que gouverneur a lobby accueilli Moutou Likolo. Il faut savoir aller à temps. Mais il semblerait aussi que la dépêche d'aujourd'hui a présenté candidature na la prochaine échéance en 2016. Pour nayo analyse wana ezali nini, est-ce que ezali effectivement crise ezali au sein la majorité présidentielle na PPRD en particulier, ou bien ezali manœuvre moko politicienne, manigance de façon que va dribbler tout point bâtir là toujours la même figure et que l'obito continue toujours dans le même système.
Tout le monde a lobby, il fallait partir à temps, mais à qui attendre, mandat à Bango, c'est la calme. Il n'y a pas eu des élections, Bango, il fallait mandat à Bango, c'est la depuis calme. S'il est parti, c'est parce que Bandimi de Coupage à Katanga, pour passer de Coupage à Katanga. Il y a gouverneur à Congo, il y a Katanga uni. Au côté de la gouverneur, c'est pourquoi il devait démissionner. Bon, Makambo, entre Bango na Joseph, ils ont semblé que dans le Makambo, il y a Joseph Nana et Vital Kamel. Pour éviter, au fond, est-ce qu'ils sont vraiment opposants? Parce que Moïse s'opposait à Joseph. À éviter pour ça le succès, pour réussir. Parce qu'il y a un détournement des fonds publics. Il y a un manque à gagner à l'État. Il y a un enrichissement rapide. Il y a combien de multimillionnaires? À éviter vous allez poursuivre. Joseph, vous allez quelque part à vos kangaïs. Donc, il ne peut pas faire l'erreur qu'à l'Ongwa, n'a pas perdu 100 kilos à la contact grave parce que le beaucoup il s'est écarté. So il y a ça du bongo. Tant que vous avez un calcul à bongo, il va distraire le peuple pour battre la pouvoir. Mais ceux qui Moïse a ça du bongo. Au moins voyez-vous maintenant où va les pays. Donc dans notre Congo, tout le monde revenait devenir président de la République. Depuis Kanambe a comme président. Moïse n'a Kanambe, ils sont les mêmes. Moïse, c'est quelqu'un qui n'a pas été à l'école. Un hasard historique, ça fait de lui gouverneur de la République. Les là, vous rêvez à la présidente de la République. Deux, est-ce que Moïse est congolais? Vous comprenez? Donc, Kanambe, na Hippolyte, na Vital Kamel, pour Nanga, et Zaka Batumoko. On a PPRD. Ballon, on a PPRD, Bazaka Batumoko. Tous doivent partir.
Et bon, opposition, il y a Kyungu Kyaku Mwanza, pour na yo, na manevo nyonso, ezali nini. Est-ce que ça vraiment genuine donc il y a solo réel opposant par rapport à la situation de la division à Katanga. Il y a démantèlement à Katanga, à RDC ou bien il n'y a pas de jouer Joana.
Non, moi je dois commencer d'abord pour le découpage à Katanga, c'est vrai, tu vas le découpage à Katanga. Parce que qui veut du nord Katanga? Il est mon bakay. Si on va découper Katanga, donc cela veut dire qu'il y a une droit de la gouverneure qui a dit il y a Olo Mami à Katanga, il y a pour parce qu'il faut qu'il y ait un nord Katanga. A vraiment opposé à découpage à Katanga. Mais qui ont dans la politique du Katanga, qu'est-ce qu'ils cherchent? Ils cherchent un survie. Alors s'enrichir, depuis que la gouverneur, il a pour le Katanga, il a pour le Katanga, à distraire le Katanga, si les lois dans la Katanga, comme oui, pardon, mon politique n'a biso, ils ont toujours na tendance tribale. Vous voyez, les Balobaka, c'est la plus grande tribu du Katanga. Alors, quand tu as commencé à dire un mot au Katanga, il est écouté. En plus, avec l'esprit un peu sécessionniste du Katanga, d'ailleurs, elle a tendance à Katanga. Donc, ça a une influence ma casse politique dans le Congo. Ça lui permet de survivre, ça lui permet de se taper des millions un peu, à vivre un peu. C'est un peu ça.
On revient encore, comme par hasard, dans Combo Nabino et Kabila. Comme par enchantement ou bien par nini, on ne sait jamais. Tomoyoki, Tomoni, Totangi, Balobi, Lisusu, Zoé Kabila. yo muto ko éclaircir biso wana balobi Zoé Kabila yepe azakatange alinya ko gouverneur na parti mosusu ya Katanga oyo bakati moko nango ye muto azokoma kuna kutu ba $1500 ikabomaki kuna na ba députés provinciaux pour na osala nini pour na ko faciliter ye élection wana yo lobi nini yo posa moko ya Kabila. Est-ce que Zoé 1 mérite le nom Kabila? Est-ce que 2 azo mérité même comme gouverneur na place wana?
Zoé aza leki ya Joseph. Leki ya Joseph sotali bango, il se ressemble comme deux gouttes d'eau. On dirait pas jumeau. C'est aza leki ya Joseph. Il n'a aucune goutte de sang congolais dans ses veines. Alingia comme appelé gouverneur à Katanga. C'est ce que j'ai dit. Mboka na biso zoke dans le chaos. Pendant que mboka na biso zoke dans le chaos, biso ba Congo toujours continue kobunda. Ba papa na biso oyo, ode ba banisa biso bayo kana. Siko nde basime siko division entre nous, les grands leaders, papa Honoré Mwanda na papa Etienne Tshisekedi. Ode bayo kana, mais bango siko nde na kusona na bango mibale, opposition ya bango mibale, et kotisi mobulu dans la résistance. Si le logo comme koyoka ke bazoe ba kubalinga comme ba candidat. Où va le Congo maintenant? Où va le Congo maintenant? Ba leader, bazawapi, ba président de l'opinion ya Congo, ya minene le papa Tshisekedi, le papa Honoré Mwanda. Est-ce que bazomona biloko wana te? C'est ça grave. Au lieu de que to bunda, to longola munguna, bango bazolinga bakomo koluka baki na dialogue, bango diviser, bango se diviser. Bango mo ba se diviser et va diviser directement peuple. Yango mo bazoe ba candidat gouverneur, mais c'est grave. Le pays va où dans le chaos. Tout ça, na une tension au pays zo que
d'accord. Voilà, donc peut-être dans le chapitre na biso avato yamba nani ndeko na biso avocate na biso pocha wana donc mais avant toute chose nanga suso solola sur le candidat enfin mutu moko to solola kinaye ne mwananzemi oyebi évolution makambo na ye depuis ezalaki Congo central osalaki ba analyse nango mais il s'avère maintenant que à se autoproclamer vice-président de la République à RDC pendant ce temps où Congo central est à la diviser. À ça, il y a des commentaires, il y a la brève récapitulation des commentaires dans Landaki. À lobby boy, tango, bazaki décision ya kosangisa RDC, Congo central est là déjà. Bango bazalaki na kati ya nini ya réunion wanate ya meeting wanate même na Berlin ba corps bazaki ne concerné Congo central parce que Congo bazala quitté. D'où le col dans pays monsieur fédéralisme les alliés un drapeau et a nini ya fédération et puis notre drapeau et a mboka chaque état a lancé le drapeau et a Congo central. Mathieu yango na ancien membre moko ya travailleur bien OK officier moko ya ONU ou les membres na yi à Longoli, s'il faut le dire ainsi, à destituer, voilà, à destituer Nani Jacques Mbadou, Oazali, gouverneur et Congo en général, sous prétexte que normalement dans l'accord Basalaki, et que alternance moko il fallait salama entre Bango donc Louosi, Cataracte, Bas-Fleuve et ainsi. Mais malheureusement, il s'est fait que Kaka Bas-Fleuve Moutou et joie gouvernorat et à Bas-Congo, il y a mon aïe à Lembi donc à destituer et qui a renommé Moutou Naïe Moko parce que Louosi il faut jouer pouvoir. Pour Naïo, est-ce que on est allé signe d'abord il y a démocratie, est-ce que les alliés marchent à suivre du moment que hier à critiquer bah échéance bah nini marche wana pour na yo démarche wana ezali nini effectivement
wana eza ba manœuvre politique kana azo manipuler bango ceux qui mutu alobi a proclamé sécession ça c'est doit faire ça sécession eza ma fédéralisme était sont tazo proclamer sécession c'est de notre cas problème na biso ça porte atteinte à la sûreté de l'État on doit l'arrêter pourquoi n'est-il pas poursuivi parce que eza na plan moko ba la Congo. Sûreté de l'État au Canada, ça porte à la sûreté de l'État, officiellement comme ça, à la télé, à la radio, comme ça, voilà, dans province nabiso, tout le monde comme indépendant, tout le monde fédéralisme, à d'autres proclamer. C'est comme quelqu'un qui se dit voilà, la Brésil jamais nous qui n'a pas de rebelle. Pourquoi lui n'est pas poursuivi? Pourquoi quelqu'un, un député national, azolo makamode wana que voilà, donc ça la nani sécession nabiso, et ça sécession, ce n'est même pas comment fédéralisme. Mais il n'est pas poursuivi parce que Azan Moutiakanambe, Bazoli Gaba Papa Proclame, Bazoli Gaba poussé Bazou, Bagay dialogue à 1+4, ceux qui voyaient à la vice-présidente de la République, après, ou bien Basala pardon, de balkanisation à Congo, Bazou a incité Bazou, c'est ma province, Moussou, Bango va balkanisation. Ceux qui m'ont dit que au quatre provinces na biso. Et comment na Katanga, comment na Kasai, et comment pe na Kivu. Balkanisation comme fait moko réel, oyo kanambe mutabana ngote, ba Congolais ba babada ngopo, azo pesa bango bongo, de ça va propos wana. Ce sont des comportements irresponsables. Il y a mon ancien makamazolo.
Ok, donc mon ancien un peu plus tard, mais bon, total nan c'est vrai le logo même n'a pas si exemple dans les États-Unis, bazan na ba état fédéraux, ba état izali wana gouvernement central izali mais quelles que soient les raisons d'être, il y a gouverneur moko bien les raisons il y a repousser politique naé, ce qui a meki ko clamer pardon oh ndenge olobi wana séparation ya état moko automatiquement bakokanga ye soki ezali na bato moko groupe ya bato moko nde baloba bapatriote banani bameki kodéclare sécession bakosala nini FBI ekokende tomona baexemple oyo bakenda koluka kosala nini kodeloge bango na baesika bazali effectivement oza na raison ya koloba ke normalement il fallait bakanga ye est-ce que nyonso wana ezolakisa vraiment que lelo machine ya découpage balkanisation vraiment ezali en vigueur ils ont okende pena na motindo nango soki congolais a télémité vraiment tokoregrete lobi tokomi ndambo ndambo est-ce que vous confirmez
vraiment soki tosali keba te vraiment tozokende na ta balkanisation mais oyebi mabe ya bitumba biso tozivira bitumba minduki ndenge ezalaka bato nyonso bayebaka nde babandaka mais ndenge esukaka okoyeba te okobanda bien osali progression na yo ozala na morale mais soki kaka tourne contre bino munduki ekomaka kilo botini ya soleil ekomaka kilo même bere ekomaka kilo nde bakimaka bakoprovoke guerre na Congo mais oyo bazorebe bameka kosala eza oyo te eza bazoprevoir mpona Congo.
Merci. Alors na bana mboka tokope miso mwa moke na bana mboka tokoloba boye tozoyamba sikoyo mopaya na biso oyo apesi biso quand même moi souffle de vie enfin pesi Etienne nani mopepe ya kozala na biso lelo tosengi modoni tokoloba yango na anglais na muke tokomeka kotala soki eza nécessaire to traduire na komeka kosala l'essentiel mais normalement il fallait tozala na interprète oyo akoki kozala nani pendant pour la crédibilité à l'émission parce que soki nga mona zo traduire beaucoup de gens peuvent se douter que madame chose ezali yango te mais bon tokomeka quand même pour na kopesaka mwa muke oyo quand même bana mboka bazolanda parce que déjà na soki tozosala na français badéclaraka mingi na anglais kozala encore pire yango wana tokosala tout obeka koloba alors yango wana tokosala boye tozotika Etienne mwa moke tokozongele na baminute ya suka nde tokokota na ndeko na biso. Okay, I just want to say that yeah, we will come to welcome. I think the technician has to. That's right. You heard us. We would like to welcome our guest, who has given Etienne the freedom. What I was saying in Lingala was that because of the credibility of the program, normally we should have had one interpreter, but we didn't have the opportunity to do so. But I will do the best of my ability to translate little I can do just for the people to understand, because sometimes in French we've got trouble with our people. They're so demanding. They want their language. I think as you there, you got your language or languages. You're so proud of them. So what we would like to know first, who is Miss Portia? You look so lovely. I'm glad to having you in front of me. Really nice smile, everything. Nice head, nice brain, and full of intelligence. Believe me, I'm so proud. So, if there was anything else to know about you, what people could know about you, Posha.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Saint Victoria. I'm a practicing advocate. I have been practicing for more than 12 years, and I do mostly criminal and partly civil and politics on the side.
That's it. Okay, that's so short. Anyway, first, I would like to know how you go in touch with Etienne and why did you accept to defend him? Because Etienne is quite a case, isn't it?
Thank you. Not quite.
Yeah,
The first time that I met him, I
yeah.
received a call from the legal airport, and I was informed that the Human Rights Commission made a recommendation that he has to be a lawyer because he had a problem. So he was the only person out of the 19, out of 20, that he didn't have a lawyer. So they called me at the last minute and informed me that I had to go and consult with him. But they told me something very interesting, which was a concern for me. When I got a phone call, I was told that he's a very difficult man, and apparently he has been having some lawyers who just dropped him off for not apparent reason, and nobody wanted to help him. So I said, let me go and see him. I went to see him in prison with the background. I was like, I was told that he's a very difficult person and he's very stubborn. But unfortunately, or fortunately for me, when I got there, I found this very humble person. He was very down to earth. He has the ability to listen. He listens and he takes advice. So it was a very easy meeting between the two of us. So I talked to him, and when he gave me his side of the story, then I believed him because I want to see firsthand what I was told that this person is negative, but I wanted to see. And when I looked at him, I could see that no, there's truth from what he's saying, and then I agreed that I would help him. But at the same time, I also got some negative comments about him. That this politics is not like a normal criminal case where you're going to win. And when you're doing a criminal case, it has to be about whether this person has done something wrong or not. Yeah. And that was my job. I had to make sure that what he told me, because I believed him, honestly speaking, I wanted to make sure that he gets the best help, and I would represent him fully and make sure that he goes out, because I believed him from the beginning that this man is innocent, and I had to prepare and represent him. It has been a wonderful journey.
That's right. Okay. One thing ambiguous about this, Etienne, normally, now you know it, is from a presidential family, Etienne Kabila. There have been so many rumors that he was not the son of the late president, Laurent Mose Laurent Désiré Kabila. I think you know the story now. So, how did you believe that he was Etienne Taratibu Kabila, son of a late president? Why did you take the risks? And then, are you sure now he's really the son of the late president? Before taking the case?
It depends on how you look at it. Yeah. For me, it wasn't about me representing the son of the late President Kabila. It was about representing a person that I believed that was innocent, and had to make sure that he gets the proper assistance and that justice must be served. And that's the reason why I had to take it. He's like any other person who's got the right to be represented. He has the right to have a lawyer who can represent him, especially in a foreign country where you don't even know anything about the law. But the important thing is that in South Africa, we're very fortunate. Everybody has got the right at any time to get a lawyer to assist you, no matter who you are, whether you are poor, whether you are rich, whether you are from the royal family. The point is, when we get to court, it's not about who you are, it's about what you have done, and whether what you're saying to the court that I did not do anything wrong, whether it's true or not. And
Okay.
that's why I had to help.
Yeah. Before going into the case itself, just one thing, because it was about the credibility of the case. Did at any time the court or maybe the legal system over there dispute about his ID?
I don't understand you. What do you mean?
I said about the case itself, the credibility of the case. There was at any time dispute about his identity, about Etienne Kabila, that's the former, because there is another Kabila in the country, there in Congo. So there was at any time dispute over his identity as Kabila.
Not really. The concentration was on, they regarded as a high profile case. But the point is, we have a person by the name of Etienne Kabila who needed assistance in court. It was not about where he's coming from. It was about whether justice is going to be served and whether the person is saying the truth and whether he did what they said that he did. It wasn't about who he is.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for this point. So now about the case itself, because we know that the case was really unfair. What can you tell us about the case itself, and then how did it go until the end of the matter?
It has been a wonderful journey, to be honest. When I got to study the case, I was told, I mean, the prosecutor, they were alleging that he is the leader of a rebel group, and he himself with other people wanted to overthrow the government. And it was in court, it was about whether this man did what they said he did. So in the beginning, after I talked to him, like I said, I talked to him in the beginning, I had to interview him, I consulted with him, and I believed his story. So when we got to court, the first day when we started to plead, we had to give an explanation of why we said we pleaded not guilty. And the reason was Etienne did nothing wrong. I believed him from the beginning that he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So the paper, the court documents were about that he wanted to kill the president and other high-profile officials in the government, and that he being the leader of this group, they were going to have a training. Now, according to the prosecutor, it is well known. They say that Etienne and these other people wanted to meet these agents. There were two guys, white people, who apparently were undercover, and the police, intelligence to be precise. You know, in South Africa, the intelligence is like the FBI and the CIA. So those guys were coming from there. And they set up a trap for Etienne. But there was also information that they approached somebody to say, we needed to meet with Etienne. Now, at this time when Etienne met with them, they had some surveillance cameras all over, and they videotaped this meeting. But Etienne, to be honest, he was misled. He was given a particular information that these people want to talk to you about finances. But when he got there, fortunately for him, you know, when you're a human being, when you've got something which we call a gut feeling, something when he talks to you. So there was something wrong, and immediately he knew, and he decided, no, I'm not interested, and that was the end of it. So in essence, the question was whether these people who are the undercover, whether what they were saying was true. That yes, because according to them and the prosecutor, agent told him, agent told them that he was to overthrow the government and kill the president, and that was not true. So we had to prove that point. That did agent tell them that I'm going to kill the president and other officials, and did agent say to them that I need to be supplied with weapons, because that was also part of their allegation that agent made an order he ordered some weapons to overthrow the government, and he had some people in the bushes in the DRC that are soldiers belonging to him, so that he can go and train them. And all that was wrong. So we started with the case and working very hard with Etienne, of course. I realized during the proceedings that it was all a lie. The truth is, these people wanted to go after Etienne. And going after Etienne, up until today, nobody knows why. I had to dig deep into the real reason why they are saying that Etienne did that. But what is interesting is that it came out during the proceedings in court that these people who were undercover and being the intelligence of the country, the national intelligence of the country, South Africa, they committed a crime, to be honest. What they did was wrong. They went to, unfortunately, there's this other guy called, who was one of the accused, called Shadrach Gilele. They have been having meetings with this Shadrach, and Shadrach is the one who introduced agents to them. Now, Shadrach tells the court that he wanted to make some money, but for him to make some money, there has to be somebody with a high profile, somebody who's well known. And that person, unfortunately, was Etienne. Only one meeting with them. And that was the end of it. At the end of the meeting, Etienne they didn't even exchange phone calls or anything. That was the only time they saw him. And they told the court, this agent, they told the court that, during the process of examination, when I was trying to find the truth, what really happened during the meeting. I found out that he was under a trap. They put a trap for him. And it was the reason why they had to just have some surveillance and everything else. But what is important for everybody to know is that these people, they lied. They lied to the world, because it wasn't only about this case being in South Africa and in South African court. It was of an international nature. It was publicized. Now, it's very sad that when you have an organization like the intelligence and the Hawks, people who are dealing with serious cases, they would commit a crime and say that it is somebody else. I said in the beginning that nobody knows until today, as to why they said Etienne did that. And it is very sad. But the point is, and the truth is, which is part of the evidence in court, they organized to train these people, including this guy called Shadrach. They decided on their own that we are going to help you to train your people to become mercenaries. And that was the trade. Because the point is, it became very clear as well in court when the proceedings were going on, that the talk was all about Etienne. They were interested in him. So they went to an extent of committing a crime, in a sense that they involved other people as well who didn't even know anything. They lied to these people that we are going to train you, because unemployment is everywhere. People are not working. So there were people who were looking for work, and they were told that the game reserve, where people are going to be trained as like rangers. Now, these people went there to train, knew nothing. But even them, when they went there, poor people, they did not even know what was happening. Etienne was still the target because the trap was still going on. And most importantly, he was not even there. Like I said in the beginning, that he only attended this meeting, and that was the part of it. Now, for the truth to come out of court, the question was, why are you saying that one agent is the leader? And does this organization called the UNR or the AFCR, does it even exist? And what is it that Etienne had done for you to say that he has committed a crime? And we wanted to know the truth, and we couldn't. All that we could get is that they did everything, to be honest. They came, they put people on trap and put them inside a game reserve, and even there, they were still looking for Etienne, and Etienne was never there. So it was a problem. They had to explain why they said that it was Etienne. There was no answer. But what is important is that at the end of the day, the court found out that they did everything. Etienne never even attempted. What is important is that he never even picked up anything. There was no attempt on his side to commit a crime. Nothing. Not even a 0%. There was nothing. All that was done, and the offense that was committed, and this allegation, it was all on the side of the police. Not even these people. That is why they had to be acquitted, all of them. Thank you.
Okay. Now, thanks very much. It's really like a dream. But what I want to know, you said it was a highly motivated, political motivated case. First, how does the South African government feel now after the release of Etienne and the others? Now they know that they were wrong. And then second, at any time there has been any threat over your life, over your work because of this case?
It is my job. I love what I'm doing. I'm passionate about what I'm doing. When we started the case, obviously there were some threats on the life of Etienne.
About yours.
Yes, there were some threats, and that had to go to myself as well. And you know, when you get some strange phone calls to say that you should drop this person, don't help him, or getting some funny phone calls that you don't even understand what is happening. But that gave me a motivation that if somebody is threatened, if there's going to be a situation like this, then it means there really is something wrong. And I'm going to dig deeper into why other people are after Etienne. And that was the important thing for me. I wouldn't, in a way, yes, my life was in danger because I'm helping him. Even today, it's like you know when you have to look at your bed every time you go in. But it doesn't bother me anymore. The truth is, he is out, and the whole world knows that Etienne never attempted to commit a crime. Now, you ask yourself that even after he's out, why are they still after him? Even today, they are still after him, and we don't know why. I mean, they tried. And it is said that you have an organization of this kind in a country where you find people committing a crime. They're criminals. They commit a crime and they go and involve innocent people and tell the whole world that this person is a terrorist, this person is a criminal. They give you an identity, which is very bad. I mean, you know, the whole world is afraid of when you are identified as a terrorist, everybody is afraid of you. And I was also told about even members of the organizations in South Africa. Because every day I got questions like, why are you helping a foreigner? Why are you helping a terrorist? And my answer has always been, he's not a terrorist until the court tells me that he's a terrorist. Yeah. And if I believe in his innocence, I will continue believing in his innocence, whether they call him a terrorist or not. But the damage has been done. He is still called a terrorist, and there is no reason why they do that. If it is very clear in court when everything was going live on national TV and international TV that poor Etienne did not even attempt to do anything. You know, during this whole time when these undercover agents were having meetings with people who were arrested in court, oh, they had something like 8, 9 meetings between them. Etienne was never there. I had to ask, I mean, if you're saying that agent did something wrong and you identify him, you classify him as a dangerous criminal who is putting the safety of South Africa, including Congo, in jeopardy. Wait, did you, I mean, you don't have to be a genius. Common sense tells you when somebody is identified as a terrorist, you have to put some taps on him to see his movements, to see what he has done. Now, these people did nothing like that. They just only saw him once, and that was it. So the judge, our judge, we were very fortunate. We had an honest man. We had an objective judge. He had to listen to reason. He had to listen to the evidence, and that he ruled in our favor. That really, even in his judgment, at the end of the day, he told the media and the court that I am acquitting this man in particular because it is very clear for me as a judge that the case is all about Etienne. But the court should know, and the evidence before me, and the reason why I'm acquitting him is that Etienne he never met with these guys. They only met once, and they don't even have his phone number. They don't have anything from him. They only saw him that time. These people are involved with other people who obviously were co-accused of Etienne in a court. But they did not even have any proof that at the end of the day, for us to be meeting with these people and say they committed a crime, is there a connection between Etienne and this guy? And the answer was no. And the judge had to give in his reasons that, you know, after all the evidence, I found out that the police did everything. I mean, when I talk about the police, I talk about the intelligence of the police. They are the one who did everything. And they failed to prove. You know, when you put somebody under a check, you have to have the real reason. You have to have something to go against the person. But they did nothing. There was nothing that they could put before the court to say, Etienne did 1, 2, 3. Everything was done by them. It's like for them, you know, it's like in a movie. When somebody says, I see this high profile person or this person who's known by the world, I need to go after him. I said from the beginning, I said it again, that I still don't know what was the real reason why they were looking for Etienne. And it is said that at the end of the day, we find out that an organization like this goes out committing crimes because they are after this person called Etienne Kabila. It is very unfair. So, I mean, he's been traumatized. You know, he was most of the time he was locked up in a single cell. For the 22 months that he was in prison, he was locked up in a single cell for 23 hours every day, sometimes 24 hours. We complained about that. They did not want to release him. There were times when I wanted to talk to the head of prison, and I was told that he's too busy to talk to me. The judge in court, we complained about that. He gives us an order that these people should be treated like human beings. Whether you're convicted or not, you are not to be treated in an inhuman way. Release these people. I mean, you need to exercise. You need to be free like any other person. You know, everybody is presumed to be innocent until you are proven guilty. But now when you have somebody in prison, he's awaiting trial, he's waiting there for 22 years, you know, there was something wrong as well. From the very first day when Etienne went to prison, including the other guys, there was in their cells, in the door, they put the police, I mean, the prison official put a document there, a paper written their names. It's like they write your name, your prison number, because you have to have an ID, which is a prison number they give you, and they wrote the sentence life imprisonment. Now, when these people are asking, I mean, all these accused are asking, why do you have to put a note like that on our door? Because one, we did not, it's first day in come here, we haven't even appeared in court, we still have to appear and prove ourselves innocent. But yet you wrote life imprisonment, and it was said because they were saying our investigating officer, who is Colonel Zeman, gave an instruction that that paper should not be removed. Now you put yourself in that position. Here you are in a foreign country, you did nothing wrong. You are being traumatized. Every day and night when you wake up, you see this paper, it says life imprisonment. And at the same time, you are being identified as a terrorist. Now the question is whether I know I know that I didn't do anything wrong, but will justice be said? Will the court be honest with me to say I did nothing wrong? So for them, it was like, it's a long wait because you don't know, since it is clear that this is all about politics. And if it's about politics and you don't know whether you're going to win, but I'm glad today that Etienne won the case, parents win. And it is important for the world to know that he did not even attempt to do anything. Everything that was said Etienne did was committed by the intelligence of the country. And it is for that reason that we are suing today. We are suing the government because he was treated in an inhuman. He was defamed. To be called a terrorist is something very serious. We can't even go to America or anywhere in the world to go and visit because when the court says, I found you not guilty. Those who don't know the law think that maybe there was not enough evidence. There was evidence, but it was not enough. Hence, you are acquitted. But they do not understand that acquittal, when the judge said you did nothing wrong, it means exactly that. You did not do anything, not even a single trial. Now, he has to be paid, honestly speaking, and they are going to pay. You cannot take an innocent person to prison, treat him like a dog, insult him every day, and tell him that you have to go out of the country or you have to rot in jail. And you don't even have proof that he did something wrong. They have to pay him. There was a time when they had to, some things are very corrupt. 5 months down the line after he was arrested, the police went to his house, the very same intelligence guy. They went to his house and searched. Now, really seriously, when you have a case against somebody, you suspect that this person has got something hiding in his house, you have to go there immediately and search and seize the documents that are going to, or whatever you're going to find. These people go after 5 months. Now, was there something wrong in the first place? Why did I have to wait until 5 months? And they live in here in Pretoria. They go to his house in Cape Town. They get there. They find his little girl, 6 years old. They take the South African law is very, very clear. Where you cannot search a person's house when he's not there. You have to have permission. Now they went to his house. They found this little girl who's 6 years old with the auntie somewhere around 15 years old. And this woman who was sick, she was a babysitter. She was in South Africa for something like 3 days. She knows only French. She doesn't know a bit about English. Now you have these huge people coming and harassing you, and you don't even understand what they are saying. They take the child without the consent, and they say, "Go and show us your mother. You want to search." Now, 5 minutes in between, when they went to search, and they tell the child, "Let's go and see your mother." For me, it's kidnapping, and it's very serious. We know, as a parent, we teach our children don't go anywhere with strangers because they are not. Anything can happen to you. Now, if we have people like that and they know the law, you take a child from her home without adult supervision, and you harass this child. You go to the person, to this child's mother. You say to them, "I want to search your place, but it's when you're not there." They take them. They get to where she's working. They harass poor woman. They threaten her. They even want to assault her. Now her employer had to release her to go home. Unfortunately, when she gets home, the house is ransacked. Everything is things are all over. the bedrooms, the sitting rooms, the lounges, everywhere, it's a mess. Now she gets to her house and say, but you told me that you wanted to search my house in my presence. So it means you don't need me. Why is my house ransacked? You know, the response that she got is that you are going to cooperate, otherwise there's something wrong is going to happen to you.
That's blackmail.
And they said to her that we found some documents, and they forced her to say to sign for these documents. And now that's another thing. You cannot go to a person's house and say there's evidence when this. I mean, if the police come to your house and say we searched and then we found a firearm, for example, we found a gun in your house. You have to be there to see where they found it. But now this did not happen. And the judge, at the end of the day, the judge said your behavior was very legal. You know that you did not follow the procedure. So every little attempt they said Etienne did, it falls back on them.
Okay. So now he has been released. He has been proven not guilty. Innocent.
Yes.
What's the next step? Okay, the next step I should notice that it must be an appeal. Okay, first thing.
No, it's not an appeal. We are suing the government.
Okay.
Okay.
Aren't you afraid of suing the government because of the power, everything? Don't you imagine or don't you guess that there might be hand coming into the, as you said, you couldn't understand why it's still going on, people going after him. So aren't you afraid of this dark end continuing to doing this kind of things for the sake of your own safety, for his one? And then what's gonna be the hard part of this? And then what do you expect exactly from this matter going further? What do you expect exactly?
To be honest, I will never be afraid. An innocent man has been declared not guilty. He has the right. You know, the South African law is very clear. When you are violating the law, when the police do something like this, not even the police, but when you are being punished for something that you did not do, you have the right to sue them. And I have started already with the confidence. We are suing the government, and we have informed them that you are going to pay for the 2 years that Etienne has spent in prison for nothing, absolutely nothing. Now you destroy his life, you destroy his family, you destroy his reputation, and there's people who still don't know what is happening. They thought the court did not have enough evidence, but the truth is there was no evidence at all. Hence, I was saying he did not do anything. Now, why should he go to prison for 2 years for something that he did not do and not compensated? The law is very clear in South Africa. You get punished, they pay you. If you are innocent, they will pay you whether they like it or not. And we have informed the government, the ministers, that you are going to, and that is going to happen whether they like it or not. They have to compensate you. You cannot take innocent people's lives and destroy it and try to get away with it and say, no, this person is a foreigner now, or this person is a nationalist, a citizen of South Africa, and he doesn't deserve it. No, it doesn't work that way. You do something wrong to some people, you pay them. That is why even those who are guilty, they have to get punished. You go there and then you serve your sentence, and that's it. But if you did not do anything wrong, like I said, they have to pay you, and they will pay you.
Okay.
He has been traumatized, he has to be compensated.
Thank you. Now, on a personal note,
Yes.
what have you gained from this case? Are you satisfied of yourself? Have you got the pride you could have deserved, or there is more you're expecting from this case and many more?
For me, it's a victory. You know, if you have, during the proceedings, during the court, there was this other professor. He used to be a minister before. I don't know. I think you know him, Professor Bongeli. He was also a witness. And one of the strange things is that when he comes to court, he comes with bodyguards. he was under witness protection. And I remember I was asking one day that, why is this man coming with so many police having guns inside the courtroom? You know, our system is very plain in court. We do not allow guns. But this man came there with guns, and he goes to court and say, my country called me to come and defend it. And I became very worried. Then I thought you were here as a normal witness to tell us what you know about these people, whether you know that these people have done something wrong. And there was nothing. All that you could say is, I am here to protect my government. And you wonder why. But I'm very pleased and I'm very proud of myself, to be honest, that going, I mean, if you win against two countries, I mean, I'm a nobody. But two governments, the DRC and South Africa, I did a very good job, and I'm proud of myself. And I will never be afraid. Like I've been saying that when you are a terrorist, you are a dangerous person. Nobody wants to associate with you. Even from family members, you feel like, he is a terrorist. We don't want him anywhere near us. But I will never be afraid because I know that Etienne is not a terrorist. And I have won two governments, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Many congratulations to you.
Thanks.
If there was anything else you would love to add on this in a few minutes, let's say 2 minutes, in the public, in our community, in our country, and yours, what would you say to them? Because we're gonna get back at you after you in 2 minutes. If you got anything to the public. I said, if there was anything else you would like to add, which you didn't say until now, to the public, to the Congolese public, or to the South African public, what would you say to them concerning this matter?
You know, it is sad. It is very sad that I have my own country, being a South African citizen, for my own country to do something like this to a foreign national. It is embarrassing. It is very embarrassing. You commit a crime, you say it is somebody. You know, there was a time when Etienne, when he came to South Africa, he has been having an asylum permit. He's a refugee. You know, because of this case, he had to struggle to get his papers. I remember there was a time when I met with the lawyers for the government. They call it the Department of Home Affairs. I don't know what in other countries it is called, why you have to get your identity documents and stuff like that, passports. These people, Etienne has been having a document, it was valid. It expired when he was in prison. I say to them, put him in the same position he was. Because now you don't want to, they had to beg and die. He struggled to get a paper until we tried to go to court and make an application. Now, when we could give them papers to say, we served papers to say, we are going to court and then you're going to give him his permit. And they say, no, let's not go to court, here's the permit. And you can see that there's something wrong. Other people who are refugee agents got their papers. Now, I still difficult for agents to be struggling up until now. What is it that they are behind? What do they want after it? But the Congolese community should know that Etienne is innocent. He has been declared innocent. Sentences are delivered by the judge. And the judge is important. He said he did not do anything. So these people, the Congolese should know that. They should be proud in actual fact. That if you coming from this background, they know Etienne, I don't know him. But fortunately, we got some, here and there you got supporters from the community. Even if you get supporters, but some of these community members will be having some questions behind it. But I'm here to tell them that you should be proud of Etienne. He did not do anything wrong. He has been honest to his community and to his country. And that's it.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once more. I think we just can wish you more successes in your cases, and then maybe we're gonna need you another time to come back to tell us about the ongoing matter about suing the government. And then I hope that God stays around you and bless you all over the places. because of what you've done, because not knowing someone and accepting to take this kind of risks, it's not a burden. So really from the bottom of my heart, personally, really appreciate that. And then on behalf of my country and my community, we thank you all. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
we see you. We
I've
speak
been
next
honored.
time. Okay, we speak next time. Now back to Etienne. Even if you stay there, I really appreciate that. I see Etienne smiling there. He's proud of himself. Etienne, we're gonna go back to our language to conclude this bit. Ok, toyoki lisolo vraiment désolé na bana ya mboka tozwi tante ya kointerpréter parce que tokoki kozwa risque te tosala yango parce que ta eza moke tolobi 1 heure avec JGK tant oyo yebi tokoma kobouke na YouTube pe mpo na yango mais tokosala en sorte que même malembe tokomeka kotraduire eloko poche alobi okoyebisa ye ya mpo ekende en 20 te maloba na ye tokomeka même kosous-titre yango na malembe d'ici semaine prochaine de façon ke bana ya mboka mpe bayo na monoko na biso wana message kopesa ye même na sima mais na lombango parce que totikali na minute mingi te yo moko personnellement na makambo nyonso présence na ye et apportaki nini pa na yo
omoni eza makambo ya nzambe kaka omoni ke nga nazali na koka na nga mais bakangi nga oyo bavuka privé po asala déplacement na kesi balobi eza ya crime ezaka pasi ekomi kosala bafacture moka minene nakomi efe barepresente nga na baavoka ya leta baavoka ya leta alors que plaignant na yo aza accusateur na yo plaignant na yo aza leta eti 3 avocats oyo nazalaki na bango baéchoué na liberté provisoire na nga première fois baéchoué après baéchoué deuxième fois bakomi kokosa kosangai bon nayebisi bango vérité na lobi en tout cas nazomona ke bino moko bozocontribue mpe na détention na ngai illégale ti basiliki bakomi nga lete tokorepresente lisusu te nabi bon ça va so represente nga lisusu te tant pis naosala na avocat mosusu nga moko c'est comme ça que nasali badémarche na ngai nakomi kokoma na human rights beaucoup d'amis en Europe, partout en Afrique, parce que des démarches dans human rights, bon, j'ai beaucoup d'amis. Même si on cotisait l'argent, beaucoup d'avocats, par exemple, $5,000 par jour. Pour éviter ceux qui traînent la vidéo pendant 2 ans, est-ce qu'il va falloir qu'on on n'a pas d'argent. Moi, je n'avais pas d'argent. Mes amis aussi. Bon, ça va cotiser, mais non. La solution, il faut tout le cas. Organiser la défense des droits de l'homme. C'est comme ça que ça va démarche, on a dit human rights. Et obligaki legal aid l'avocat ebolukela ye avocat bofuta ye nde ekomi mpona biso tokoloba azar me mpona nzambe eza te nde batindaki avocat mpe aza avocat privé batindi bango nde bazofuta ye bazofuta ye à un moment donné bakomi kokata mbongo ya kofuta ye mpo badécourage korepresente ngai obi eza komba ya bitumba les deux Congo na gouvernement ngai mpona kotaka na prison nazalaka je vous dis sincèrement, mais certains de nos avocats, oh, ils ont pouvoir biloko mosusu oyo ekoisanga mpona kota na prison. Heureusement que ya zalaki wana a dépendre nga malamument to bano kosolana na bien na ko faire comprendre comment il est politique, mais ya za avocat. Et je dis toujours que to kenelo ba ka politique kuna te. Il faut to pèse o ba ka évidence ba ko présenter comme crime. Alors abundaki nango a gagner ba évidence wana nyonso juge à lobby. En tout cas, dès le commencement, Naïba qui posait une évidence au côté contre Etienne Kabila. Mais Naïba vous avez échoué lamentablement. Dans le jugement, la continuité de le jugement, on a avec 3 pages. Ils ont échoué dès le commencement. Mais c'était politique. Allez, la prison. Heureusement que vous avez atteint la kinga pour défendre les gars vraiment valalement. Il est dans la livre. Voilà tout.
Merci mingi biso tozanelo ya kopesa yete de kotindela eka carte pamba. Yebise de kotindela eka carte pamba. Mais loka minute komi soki eza na eloko koloba na mbango na 2 minutes loka topesa ki yepe mais entre temps est-ce que eza na jour moko to ko bongisa mikolo juste à part pe ya ko ya wana kwa to tia conférence bato bazana ba question à poser peut-être pour na kayango pour na ye peut-être bako zape na besoin contact na ye on ne sait jamais bande comme ça bazali kuna oyo bako zape na besoin na ye pour na représenter bande kuna siko abimi na biso to yambie na famille na biso vraiment à rotika dans la famille parce que ils ont bande commune bazana ba kami kuna ba ko recommander bande kona bango je peut-être que vous allez eloko mo bien obimisi na biso peut donc c'est moi quelque chose ce que ça eloko mo ko ba rapidement mais yo promettre que vous allez na toujours to bana ozonga la mbala na mbala vraiment na 2 minutes parce que na ko pesa oso belité.
Ok, problème dans la côté on y est à tout ça procès au pour la dédommagement. Il y a des représentants là, donc d'abord on peut faire une conférence de presse, à tout ça d'interview parce qu'il faut dénoncer, doit comprendre les actes il faut terminer parce que la loi est claire. Soit quand une seule nuit, donc 24 heures et ça 40 000 rentes. 40 000 rentes, ça te fait à peu près $2 000 par jour. Donc sauf que tu bloques par 30, ok, nanana, 22 mois, donc comme déjà $2 millions américains. En dehors de ça, il y a la diffamation, mauvais traitement à la prison, du lot, on a encore clair. Donc, à d'autres, on peut pas comprendre de presse, c'est ce qui vous a besoin d'aller, à vous disponible parce que ça, à un moment, on ne peut pas dénoncer du lot, on a on va déjà procès, il y a des dédommagements déjà en cours. Bah, quand on a 20 jours, il faut pas discuter dans mon cas. Ça va disponible. Donc, les cas, quand on a le bâtiment de sécurité, les sécurités sont partout. Les Rwandais sont partout. Balinga kumande kuna bango karibu na mwasa watu tu Rwanda wewe na Afrique du Sud. Les Rwandais font comme ça, c'est leur culture. Mais bien que tokubanga tini tokubanga que si il faut mourir pour les pays, tous après. Je suis prêt à me battre même au sacrifice suprême pour mon pays. Na kubunde la mboka na ngati na suka na kutika te, bitu bezo continuer kaka la patrie ou la mort. Nous vaincrons.
Ok, merci Mingi. Ceux qui sont à la conférence, ceux qui sont avertis à l'avance, ceux qui sont à Internet, vous allez relayer en direct, toujours dans Skype, vous allez bien pour Nabiso, mais ceux qui peuvent, ils allaient déjà à l'avance que tu as eu date, ceux qui paient, moyen pour une fois, quand même tout ça sur place, et vous allez payer 5 mots. Na bande na tikio, na maboko ya posha, à défendre bien. Ngai munatiko te bakoko ya Congo batiko na maboko ya poche défendre bien déjà bosali nzela mulai nzela wana e continue vraiment na plein de succès encore et que Nzambe asunga toujours na tiaka maboko na ngana Nzambe et na mbala sima bon ngalo bi pe na na off na mukolo na ngai na 20 ans mariage lobby anniversaire à mariage lobby donc cette journée na nga off vraiment na
D'accord, félicitations.
merci donc cette journée na nga lobby na off donc mariage officiel, hein? On a besoin officiel. Donc, religieux et civil le même jour, donc 20 ans lobby. Mais semaine prochaine, on va na misala na ngambu, ba misala mo rezo zelanga na ngambu. Mais de toute façon, on a ngai to solo la lisusu même ceux qui na silisi awa, to solo là vraiment féliciter Pocha, c'est ngai lisusu mais espèce lisusu na combo ya RDC Mobimba, o ya bana RDC ya malamu. O ba lingi justice ezala, bomi batela, vraiment protection ezala na bino. Nyonso ekosala mesala na kombo ya justice na kombo ya loi et que nous makamo ke ndi bosope nzamba sunga parce qu'on dit on ne travaille pas pour rien quel que soit l'effort qu'on fournit et bongi ata lipe monana je crois que musala bosala nzamba osunga ke lipa na bine monana nzamba sunga bino na tondi obotondi na pesi encore une fois many thanks to you Pocha and then I hope to seeing your smile once more in the coming days or maybe weeks. And then we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Okay, thanks very much. And na bana bandeko ba soutenir biso pour Pondigbo, Congo Millennium na Irlande parce que nous avons été en direct na Irlande na ezokene na Canada tout de suite là na biso wa ezotika là et puis na bandeko nyonso nene
Congo Synthèse, la synthèse des infos de l'Afrique et le reste du monde. Une seule adresse www.congosynthèse.com. C'est l'Afrique et le reste du monde. Une seule adresse www.congo